Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Dojo Plant, and today I am going to be searching for my perfect black pen. It may be something that's not even possible, but I'm going to give it the good old shot. I did post on my stories on Instagram a couple weeks ago asking you guys for some of your favorite black pens, and you guys delivered, and you guys gave me a lot. So I have this whole bin filled with pens. Some of them do have additional colors, but it was just easier to just get the whole pack of them. And honestly, I could use pens. And honestly, we don't even have a lot of pens inside my house. So honestly, anything that doesn't make the cut might just make its way over to like the inside of my house. Just because every time I look for a pen when I'm inside my house, I literally can't find a pen inside the house. How many times can I say inside the house? Anyway, but you guys delivered. I have probably over 20 pens that we are going to be testing out. And I'm going to see if any one of these was A, worth it, and B, can be my new pen. I usually use a Papermate Flare, and I usually use these, what are these called? The Inner Gel pens. Like, these are usually my go-to pens that 99% of the time, these two are what I use. I use this in the black and then also in the purple. So I wanted to just kind of like compare those things compared to some of the other things. We're going to be testing things out on some paper. I also have some Happy Planner paper so we could check shadowing. I even might write on some stickers just to see what it's looking like. So yeah, but the good news is it's back to school time, so a lot of these were on sale, like either at Walmart, Target, even I think I got a couple at Walgreens, and then whatever I couldn't find in a store, like between those three stores that I went to, I ended up just getting on Amazon. So I will try to link some things down below, but for the most part, I got things in store, and a lot of the stores had, back to school sales on pens and all that good stuff. So yeah, so I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so we can see my paper. This is lined. And then I'll just be writing the name of like the pen with the pen, and then that way we can just test it out. What I am looking for specifically is I'm looking for a pen that doesn't really skip, and that kind of gives me the vibe of a Papermate Flare. Like, I love the like thick saturated color that this gives. I don't love that it smears a lot, and then I also don't love that the more I write with these, the nib kind of gets squished down, and then you start writing, and then your writing starts getting, like, when I write with this one, which I'll probably start with first, this is a brand new one, like, hasn't been used, so it's gonna be nice and thin. I think I have this one over here that has been used before, where it, like, gets a little thicker, and it's just, like, not consistent, and then I have to get rid of, like, once it gets too much, then I have to get rid of it, and then that's kind of sad. So, anyway, so that's what I'm looking for. I just really want, like, a nice saturated black ink pen. Again, there are some, I think actually these ones are the only ones that I have that have a bunch of colors. We're not going to look at the colors. If you want me to look at the colors, I can do that in a different video, but this video is probably already going to be a hot minute. Oh yeah, and the tool pens have the colors. But we just have so many other black pens. This is probably already going to be a pretty lengthy video. So we're going to focus this one on black, and then if you guys want me to go back through and do the colors from those pens, I will be happy to. I'll just do it in a separate video. Alrighty, let's get started. Zoomed in on my paper here, and I just had this paper. I had taken it out of the notebook, and I can't find the notebook, so that's fun. But I'm keeping it like with multiple sheets of paper, because normally I'd be writing my planner. It would be thick with paper. I want the feel of, paper, like writing on a stack of paper, essentially. Like, I want that feel to kind of go through here, rather than writing on, like, my desk is kind of rough. I don't want, like, the bumpiness from my desk. Okie dokie. Also, I write real sideways. So this is a Papermate Flare medium point. Also, I made the mistake of putting lotion on right before this, and I'm like, I feel like my hands are so slippery. This was a mistake. Yeah, this was a mistake, but that's okay. And we're gonna put medium, and then I'm gonna put new. So, like, that's how it writes for me when it's brand spanking new. You guys, my hands are so slippery. How do I not have my hands be slippery right now? poor choices were made. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside. Okay, and then this one is one that has been used. So it gets a little bit thicker, which is fine. Again, this is the same exact pen. This one I've just, or marker, whatever you want to call it. I've just been using it a little bit more, and it just, you know, it gets a little bit thicker, and then it sometimes will get even more out of hand. And I feel like when I'm writing, especially when I write in my memory planner, I drag my hand on the paper a lot. Like I don't really lift my hand. And so I feel like these smear a lot, and then I've ruined a lot of spreads because these have smeared. So that's my only bad point, but I do still love my Papermate flares. Now I do want to look at these so everything has like equal opportunity. I have a sticker over here. So I'm just going to write Papermate and then flare. Hopefully I can write all of those. And then we can kind of see, I mean, that's writing on a sticker. And then this, and so it's not going to shadow with the sticker, which is nice. I feel like an actual like Sharpie would. And this, it shadows like if you hold it up to the light, but for the most part I can't really see it. So kind of test it out on the paper for my planners as well. Even though probably like 98% of the time I write in a box. The only time I really don't is when I write on like a checklist or something. Okay, so that one's used. Okay, so I have my bin of pens here. Where to start first? Let's start with these. Let's start with Bick in general. So I'm going to pull out all of the Bicks. I was actually really surprised. So many people mentioned Bick pens to me, and I don't know why. Like I just like don't think of Bick having good pens. And so I was like, am I missing out on Bick pens? So we have the Bick Glide. So I got this pack. I have the Bick Gelocity. We have the Bick Velocity. And then we have the Bick Extra Bold. So, and we're going to get the black one out of here. So let's try this one. This one was the one, like, you know, somebody said this and then I was like, is it? Does it? I do love that this comes with a lot of colors because I don't use colors in my planners, but sometimes when I make fun random sheets, and even when I go on vacation and I like to take note paper, I like to have colorful pens to write with because just I feel like when I'm on vacation and writing on blank paper and I don't have my stickers with me, it's really fun to have colors. So we're gonna see what the black pen in here is like. Again, I'm not going to do all the colors today. We'll do all the colors some other time. So this is the Bick Crystal Extra Bold. Here's what it's looking like. Okie dokie. And it says it has a little, I can't get it off. Okay, there we go. It has a little nub on it. So we're going to peel that off. I need my hands to stop being so sweaty. They're not sweaty. They're slippery from lotion. I put lotion on because my hands are dry. Because I'm in Colorado and it's dry here. Okay. Bick Crystal Extra Bold. Bick. And I'm going to try not to like go over things because... Okay. It's not terrible. I like it. Feels really smooth when I write with it. So I do like that. But it is kind of skippy. It's like not the most, it's like not the most saturated. But I do like how smooth it is. It is smooth. So I do like that. Bick Crystal Extra Bold. Yeah, see, like compared to a Papermate Flare, it's just not giving the full intensity color that I really want. I will say I like how smooth it is. As far as like when I'm writing, it doesn't feel like it's like scratching the paper. You know how some pens like kind of scratch, and my ears are super sensitive, especially ever since I kind of lost a little bit of hearing in my left ear. My ears are really, really sensitive to sounds, but this doesn't make a sound when I write. So I do like that. And these would be, these are probably going to go inside the house. Or these will be vacation pens, because I feel like if I lose these were hella cheap too. These were like, I think I got these ones at Target. I think they were like maybe a couple cents, like maybe 20, 50 cents cheaper at Walmart, but it was like less than $3 for all of this. So at Target, and then I think I want to say it was like 2 something at Walmart. So super affordable pen. It's not hitting that, it's not hitting, you know, the really saturated for me. I have my little, here's my little bin that I'm going to stick things in. Okay, our next Bic pen, we're going to look at the Gelocity Extra Smooth Gel Pen, Smear Resistant Writing, Quick Dry. Well, how quick, Bic? How quick? So maybe we'll check the quickness of that. I just want a pen that's like saturated and feels good in my hand. You know. Okay, so this one has our little nubbin on it too. Love that. My hands are like getting less and less slippery, so maybe my writing is atrocious, by the way, so I'm so sorry. I can't give you like that like really pretty like, here's a look at the pens. Okay, Bic. What is this? Ooh. Okay, Gelocity. I really have to think hard. Do I write quick dry? Should I just write the quick dry? Is that part of it? Or just, I'm going to write quick dry, and then we're going to see how quick. Quick dry. We're going to do this little thing. I'm going to give it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's not too bad. It like smeared ever so slightly. I don't even think you can see it. There's like a tiny little shadow right here. But for the most part, she's dry. Oh, you know what I haven't been writing? This is 0.7. I just realized that. I'm so sorry. Was there one on here? What was this? This one doesn't really tell me. It's just a ballpoint pen. Maybe I'll write ballpoint. Like, I do like how smooth writing that one is, but it's just like skipping. But this one, that is some saturated, I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see like all the skipping in this one? And this one's just like very like saturated, which I do really like. Okay, so then we have the Bic Gelocity. Bic Gelocity. Okay, my handwriting is so bad. I'm so sorry. Especially when I don't have lines. Like, forget it. If I don't have lines, then just forget it. Okay, I do like this one so far, so I'm going to put this one. You know what? Let's put my rejections over here. And then I'll put those ones in the bin. The next one we have is this Bic Glide. So we'll see. And this one's just a ballpoint pen. So we'll see. Maybe this one will be better than the Bic Crystal. It was formerly known as Atlantis, Bic Atlantis, but now, and it says it has the smoothest ink. Okay, well, I will be the judge of that. We shall see. I will say I like the aesthetic of this pen better, like if it were based on looks. I mean, obviously it's not, but I like this one better. This one kind of looks like cheaper. And you know what's funny is it says it's formerly known as the Bic Atlantis, and yet they still have Bic Atlantis, even though now it's the Bic Glide. So I'm like, why you do that to yourself? Why did you do that to yourself? Okay, so this one is the Bic Glide. Oh no, this is not it. What is that? This is not it. No. It should not be doing that right out the box. Am I not right? Is that not accurate? What is that? What is that? Ew. Like, is it just this one? Do we need to be shaken and stirred or something? Like, what is this? No, this is not it. This is not it. No. Nope. Like, that's not a good first impression, bro. Maybe I got, like, a bad one. Should I try another one just to like be fair? Okay, maybe this one's the dud. Maybe it's a 5-pack, and maybe they give you a 5-pack, and I don't think these were super expensive. Maybe they give you a 5-pack because they know one of them's gonna suck in the box, you know? So let's be fair. Let's give it another chance. This one is a little bit better, so that one was definitely more of a dud. But it's still really not giving anything. Not a fan. Not a fan. This one I'm just going to throw away, honestly, because that one is trash. Like, you come out of the box like that and immediately not give any ink. Like, no, man. Okay, so this one is the Bick Velocity. I think this was one I got on Amazon, and they literally didn't have, like, a smaller pack. So I had to get a 12-pack. So here's to hoping this pen is good. If not, this might be a car pen. You know, when you put, like, a crappy pen in the car. This might be a car pen, because I always need a black pen. Somehow I only have a white pen in my car. Tell me why I have a white pen in my car. I really don't know. Okay, this one does not have a little thingy on the nib. This is what we're looking like. All right, let's take a look. So this one is called Bick Velocity. Velocity, sorry, not Velocity. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It is better than this one, but it also looks kind of similar to that one. So still not it. Ew. Like, even this one, like, is not giving saturation, like, at all. Okay, so I'm gonna say out of all of the big pens, the only one out of all 4 that we just looked like, the only one that came through was this Bick Gelocity, the gel pen, which is this one right here. This is the only one out of all those that I'm impressed with. These will now be car pens, which is okay. Because honestly, I need pens for my car, and I think my husband needs some pens in his car. So these will become car pens, and then we'll have those. Or, you know, if somebody ever needs to borrow a pen, that is the pen that I'm going to give you. So maybe I'll just end up with a bunch of pens at the end of this with things that I can let people, you know, borrow. I'm excited for these ones. I think writing in color is fun, and I don't necessarily care when I'm just doing things on like a notes page for a trip. While I'm on my trip, I don't really care about my pen. So I do think these ones will be fun. I'll probably take these on trips and stuff. Those can be my trip pens. All right, our next ones, let's take a look at. I'm trying to do the ones where I have multiple from that brand. I think these are all the Uni brands. I think these are it. Yes, okay. These are all the UniOne brands. Well, okay, so we have UniOne. I got the color. Again, I'm not going to show color in this video, so maybe I'll have one specifically where I can go back and do all the colors. But I ordered these because I'm like, I just love colored pens, and I love me a good purple pen. And maybe if this has good color payoff, I'll really like the purple pen. Because right now I use an Inner Gel purple pen all the time, but who knows, maybe the purple in here will call my name. So we're gonna look at these two. This is the UniOne. Again, I have them in the black, and then I got the Uniball Zento. I finally found it. This was at Target in the back to school section. So we're gonna try this one out. They're both 0.7 millimeter, and we're gonna see if they're any different or if they're pretty much the same. I mean, they're the same company, so they could be similar, but maybe not. I don't know. I got recommendations for both of these, so maybe they're not. It says dark, crisp lines. That's what I want. That's the word. Saturation and crisp. Like, I just want some crispy lines on my page. Okay, so this one, again, is the UniOne 0.7 millimeter. So let's take a look at this one. UniOne 0.7, and that one is not bad. Right off the bat, it is so much, it's a huge difference from those last two Bicks to that one. I don't know if you guys can see like how much more saturated it is, but that already is like a big difference. Now I will say there is some skipping in there. I don't know if you can see like the white that's kind of in the lettering, like it's not perfect, especially compared to the Bick Gelocity. It's not perfect. So, and I know there's not going to be such thing as a perfect pen, but you know what? We're here and we're going to try to find it. Okay, so the UniOne, and I just kind of figured at the end we can look at the shadowing and see, but this one's skipping quite a bit. I'm kind of having to like go back over, and you can see on that eye it kind of skipped. So this one's okay. I will put it in front of these two for sure, and even I will put it in front of all three of these Bicks, but it is still underneath the Bick Gelocity. I think the Bick Gelocity so far is winning, but this one is not terrible, so I'm going to stick it over in my little bin. Okay, now we're going to look at the UniBall Zento. I hope that's how you say it. I will say that one on the packaging said it was crisp, and I feel like the skipping in there, that doesn't equal crisp to me, so we'll see how this one does. Let's go in with this one. Came in different colors. Okay, UniBall Zento has a little nib on it. Those ones are a lot easier to get off than the other one. Okay, so far this one is much better than the UniOne. Much better than the UniOne. I will say, like, it didn't skip. This one didn't have any skips. However, it's not as dark as the UniOne, but this one did not skip, like, at all. So that's really interesting. It does not have the same color payoff. But it's not as, yeah, it's just not as dark. But it's not skipping. There's no skips in there. I don't know if you can see how much this one, but I don't know if you can see how much, like, this one's a little bit darker. This one's almost like a dark gray, which I find interesting. This looks like a really dark gray. It doesn't even really look black. I like how, like, it writes pretty smooth, and I like the feeling of this one. It is really nice. So, yeah, really interesting. I like this one. I like that it doesn't skip, but I'm bummed that it's not as dark as that. Like, it would be perfect. It would be like, I feel like a really great pen if it was as dark as that. And I guess when you're comparing things, you're going to find those things out, like, oh, maybe it's not as dark as I thought it was. Okay, so those are the UniBall ones. UniBall, I'm probably not even saying that right. I feel like it's such a weird thing to say. UniBall. Okay, now I have a G2 pen. Now, I have used a G2 pen before, and I haven't been impressed. However, I think I had the 0.7 millimeter, and this is a 1.0 millimeter. Like, so I'm curious to see if maybe a little bit thicker, because I feel like the 0.7 was just, like, scratchy. And it's not my favorite thing to write with, and the only one I even really have is a purple one, but it's still not my favorite. Like, it's just really scratchy. So I'm hoping that this size is something that I will like better. This one's supposed to be smooth, quick drying, and refillable, which we love a refillable pen, because if I don't have to keep buying the outside part of the pen and just can replace the inside, you know, then we're going. So I'm hoping I like this thicker, because, yeah, the 0.7, do I have 0.7 or 0.5? Well, now I gotta go find it. Okay, yeah, so I have a 0.7. The only one I have is purple, and I just feel like it was very scratchy, so it just, like, was never my favorite. So let's try this bold point and see if this bold point speaks my language a little bit more. So this is a Pilot. Oh, G2. This one is the bold, and it is 1 millimeter. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see the difference in, this one's about the same saturation as this one, but I don't know, maybe you could see a little bit better how much darker this one is compared to that one. It does have a little of, I don't know if that's called skipping when it, like, you can see some white in there, but I will say I do like it better, writing with this better, like, than I do this, because it just, like, yeah, this one just, like, feels scratchy, and it's not my favorite thing. But I do like this one. I do like this one. I like it. I still think so far the Bick Gelocity is my favorite out of everything that we've done so far. But this one is not bad. I think definitely changing the millimeter on this definitely helped so much more. Okay, the next one we're going to look at Papermate. I've used Papermate before. I just kind of got it more of just so I could see how it compares. And I honestly don't think I have any blacks. I have like the whole color, like all the colors, and they're all inside my house. But like, I don't remember the last time I used a black Papermate Ink Joy gel. So we're going to use one of these just for comparing to some of these other different pens. I just find it funny. Like, I've been using the colored versions for years, but I'm like, I don't remember the last time I used just like a black Papermate Ink Joy. So I find that super funny. But we're gonna look at this one and see how it compares. Definitely not it. Papermate Ink Joy. Definitely not it. This one's very scratchy. Very scratchy and not saturated at all, but I just wanted to kind of look at it to kind of compare to all the other colors that we're doing, or not the other colors, the kinds that we're doing. Papermate Ink Joy. Sorry. I've been abbreviating it this whole time, and then I come over here and then I don't abbreviate it. Yeah, like, look at all that skipping. I don't know, man. It's good to, like, just, like, take a look and see, like, where that's at, because, you know, we're going to look at this. Again, I use these on a normal basis. And I kind of was like, again, it was one of those things where I was like, I'm just going to get it because these are my go-to right now. That I write with anyway, but again, for control, so I can compare the pens that I already use to what I'm trying to replace them with, will be helpful. So this is the Pentel Inner Gel. Again, I've been using these for years. I have like a pack, I think, of like 20 like purple refills for most of my pens. So I mainly write in purple, but I do like having the black as well. It's such a good pen. Like, I do really like this pen. Sorry, I'm having to stop a lot because I'm like, I don't know how to spell this. Inner Gel, and this is the 0.7. This one is just like the color payoff of that one is so much better. And again, I hope that you guys can see like how much darker this is compared to the Papermate. But yeah, that kind of explains why this has been my go-to pen for a hot minute. Like, just so much better of a color payoff. This is the pen, like, 90% of the time if I write, if you see, like, in, like, my, after the pens or anything, or even in my memory planner, if you see a skinny looking pen that's not, you know, the Papermate Flare, like, it's usually that one. This is the pen, this is my go-to pen right now, but I'm trying to look for one that's a little bit more, gives a little bit more oomph, which I think so far the Bick Gelocity, I'll have to do my favorites all next to each other when we get closer to the end, which we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. We have a couple more. Once we get to the end, we'll have to, you know, look at my favorites next to each other, and then we'll make a decision. Okay, I got raving reviews about these, and I like that they're really pretty. I could only find these on Amazon. I looked at Walmart, I looked at Target, I looked at Walgreens. I did not see them in stores. They might be at like somewhere like Office Max, Office Depot, something like that, but I didn't have time to go to any of those stores, so I did not. But I love how pretty these are, and they look like they would be different colors like that you would write with, but they're all black ink, and I love an aesthetically pleasing looking pen. So I'm really excited. So I picked these two sets out. I think there was like some other ones that you could pick that were the black that were these kinds. But I really liked the ombre. Okay, so we have, this one is the soft grip gel pens, which this one I think is more towards just how you're holding it. And I don't know, maybe these are the exact same thing. They're just different. Like this one's a soft grip and then this one's just not. But this one is 0.7 millimeter and this one's 0.5. So either way, they're going to be a little bit different. So I don't know if these are necessarily different, but I've heard good things from you guys about this. So we're going to test these out. And again, these were just aesthetically pleasing. So if anything, anytime you want to like have the look of having a pretty pen, I feel like this one meets that mark. Okay, gotta get them open, which maybe I should have opened it at the top and not the bottom. But these are the ombre, so I'll just take them out so you can see how pretty they are. Look at that. Ooh, and they're like soft. Oh, and they have like, oh, I thought this was a part of the pen. They're just so that way they don't get clicked or something. Ooh, well, you know, we gotta use the purple one. So I'm gonna pull that one out. And I'm gonna stick the rest back in the box. Hopefully not disturbing how nice they were. And this packaging has hollow on it. Like, already it's a win, you know? Okay, so I thought that was a part of the pen. It just, like, kept it from clicking. Oh, that was the coolest thing. You guys, look at it. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, well, this pen just wins because that's cool. Do you see that? It's in. It's out. It's in. Oh my gosh, I'm just like sold on that point. I don't even need to see anything else. Like that just wins. Like all the rest of these are crap now. Like that just wins. Okay, so this one is the Rytech. Again, I don't know. I think the only difference is the sizing of them. I don't know if these are actually like different like kinds of the Rytech pens. This one's just called an Up Gel. Ombre, I'm just going to call it Rytech Ombre Up Gel, which I think the ombre is just talking about like the look of the pen. But you know, who knows? I don't know. I don't know a lot about pens, clearly. That's why we're doing this video, because I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so this is the 0.5. It's not too bad. I will say this does write better than some of the 0.7s that we've written with. So I'm not mad at that, but I'm just like mind blown that that goes away. That is really cool. That is some pretty spiffy stuff right there. Oh, it says on the packaging, lifting clip. And then it even shows it. Well, I'm glad that I don't read instructions of packaging or look at packaging very often, because that surprise would have just been ruined for me had I actually looked at the packaging and what the packaging said. Oh, sorry, I forgot to write on my planner. So sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, this is called the Rytech. We're just gonna do Up Gel. And this is 0.5. So this is the thinnest we've written with so far. My handwriting is getting worse as we go, but guess what? My hands aren't slippery anymore, so that's good news. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to open this because I can't see where this is like actually connected. Is it even connected there? I don't know. Did I just ruin? Okay, good. I wanted to get this one from the top. This one came with a bunch of refills. Ooh. I just want one pen. Just give me one. I'm pulling. Ooh, those are pretty. Look how pretty the colors in these are, though. Pretty pens just get me. Like, give me a pretty pen and I'm there. Okay, so this one has a much different look to it. It doesn't have the cool disappearing thing, but it has this nice grip on it. This one's just called the Soft Grip Gel Pen, so maybe it means it's not the Up Pen. I don't know. And then this one is 0.7 millimeters. So Rytech, oh, this one does write differently. I'm writing the full name so that way I remember exactly which one I bought. And this is 0.7. Definitely better payoff just because it's thicker. I think that's like really the only reasoning, is it is thicker than the other ones. Oh, it says fast drying ink. That's pretty fast. Rytech gel. 0.7. How fast? How fast is it? Oh, that is really fast. I like literally just wrote that. Rytech gel. 0.7. I'm like, it is doing well. There's no smearing, so that's good. Okay, so I do like this one. This one is nice. It's not perfect. It's not fully saturated like the Bick Gelocity and even my, not my Pilot, my Pentel. It's not as, but I don't know. This one's, it's kind of scratchy. But I feel like aesthetic-wise, I'm like, am I willing to let that go? Just because I think they're so pretty. We're going to put those in like the final look-see at things. Okay, I don't think anybody recommended this one, and I have a feeling I know I'm not going to like this. It's a fountain pen. I actually got this one. This one was in my, when I sat at the Zebra Go Wild table. I think this is one of the pens that we got, because we got a billion pens on our table, and I've just like never, and I found it, and then I've never used it. So we're just going to look. I'm probably not going to like it because I don't know how to write with a fountain pen. And honestly, I don't know if it's still good. Like, I got it 2 years ago. This is, it's black. It's 0.6 millimeter. Zebra Sensations. And then it's a fountain pen. So we're going to see. I don't know how to write. Is there a specific way to write with a fountain pen? I'm scared. Oh, what? I don't know if I'm writing with this right, but it's doing something. Sensations. 0.6. Oh, like which way is the nib supposed to go, I guess, is my main question. This feels even thinner than that Rytech 5. Like, so I'm like, I've never used this pen before, so I just was like, let's try it. Oh. You know what this pen would be good for? If you're writing in a mini, like a mini planner, and you have to write extremely small. Oh. Well, that's the bad side. Again, I don't know how to write with one of these, and I just like squirted ink all over the place. So, but you can write very, very small. This one wasn't really in the running. I was just super curious about it, and I found it, and I was like, it's a black pen. We'll look at it. Okay, the last pen. No, not the last pen. Let's open this guy. So this is the tool pens. This is like Office Depot's brand. I did not want to make the trek to Office Depot. We only have one, and honestly I haven't been inside an Office Depot in a hot minute, but I just honestly didn't feel like going, so I ordered it online. I could have just gotten just the black set, but something about getting a full set of colors just brings me joy. I used to use the purple one all the time. Like, I would go hunting for the purple one, and my stores would always be out of them. So resist smearing and fading, smooth ink flow tool. So we'll see about that tool. We shall see about that. I haven't used a tool pen in a hot minute. I think I still have one, but I'm pretty sure the ink that I put in it is like from my Inner Gel. So I'm like, I don't think it's accurate anymore. This is 0.7. So tool, I'm just going to put tool gel 0.7. Okay, that one's not too bad. It definitely has better color payoff, I think, than this, but I don't know if it has better than that. So we're going to have to do some of these next to each other. So, okay. Okay, so we're gonna put that, again, I'll do color. If you guys want me to do color, let me know, and I'll do the color of those pens so you can see the pretty colors. Okay, I saved this one for last because the hype, I'm really hoping and praying that this one's the one, you guys. You guys, the hype that y'all gave for this pen, the Sharpie Pen S Gel, the hype y'all gave for this pen, y'all better be right or I'm coming after you. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm really, really hopeful that this is going to be the pen because I love a good Sharpie. So we'll see if they did a good pen. I'm so curious. I'm so curious. So let's see. Sharpie S Gel. Whew, don't let me down. Ooh, and they have a bold version of it. Ooh, that one might be nice to try too. Okay, Sharpie. Oh, not off to a good start. What is that? Sharpie S. Oh my gosh, it's skipping. You guys, you're joking. I'm so sad. I had such high hopes for this one. And again, it could just be the pen. It could be, there's a lot of factors. I don't handwrite things very often unless I write in my planner. So it could also just be me and I just suck at writing. Like, who knows? Who knows? Sharp, but you guys, it's skipping so much. Look at that. You can't even read that whole word. That's so sad. I had such high hopes. Maybe that's what I get for doing this one last. I had such high hopes. What is that? Is it just me? Am I the problem? Let's do another one. I refuse to believe that. And you know, sometimes how you have to get like a pen going. Like, get the pen going. Let's give it a chance. Sharpie S Gel. Like, it's okay. It's okay. You guys, I think I know which one I want. And I think I know which one I like the most. I think I know which one I like the most. So I'm going to put them all together on one page. I know this video is long, but we're finding the pen today, you guys. I know it. I see it. I feel like I see it in here. So my number one. Okay, let's not go with my number one. Okay, so I put my favorites in this little thingy over here. So if it didn't make it on that side, the pen didn't make it. So I'm gonna look at the which one? The UniOne? The UniOne. Is this the UniOne? This one's the UniOne. So we're gonna write this one again, just so we can take a look at it. And give each pen one last shot to show their stuff. One last shot. So this one wasn't terrible. Was not terrible at all. It has pretty good, but again, like, I can see white inside the ink, like in the middle, and that bothers me. So I don't know. Then I think it would be the Rytech soft grip. And this one was the 0.7, I believe. That one I feel like is pretty similar, but maybe would go above the UniOne actually. Then I think the Tool would be next. The Tool gel pen, again, 0.7. That one I think has a little bit better of color payoff than those two. And then maybe the Pilot. Let's look at the Pilot next to all of these. Pilot G2. This one was the 1. So, you know, obviously that's going to make a difference in that ink a little bit, but I feel like I do like that one better than most of those ones. I'm like, why do I have so many pens in here? The S Gel. you know, I don't think this one's it, which I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed. I thought that one would be it because y'all hyped it up so much, but I don't think it is. My handy dandy Inner Gel that I've been using for years, I think is still on my top list. I don't see really any white. The only bad side to this one is I feel like it does smear sometimes, or at least maybe the purple, like the purple smears, but it's not terrible. And then the last one, I think you guys, I think this one's the winner. This Bick Gelocity. I think this one is my winner, I think. I don't know if y'all can see the differences. I'm going to get it real close for you. I don't know if you can see the differences. I feel like these two are the most reliable for me. So, you know what? I might stick with the Bick Gelocity for a hot minute, which I'm so surprised that a Bick is what, like, in my brain kind of like won. This one just looks the best to me. I just see like a lot of white in a lot of these, which is kind of a bummer. Even the Pilot, I'm seeing like some white in there, and I just want like more saturation, and I feel like I can see a teeny tiny bit in this one, but not nearly as much. And again, a teeny tiny bit in here, but I feel like these two like color payoff. The Inner Gel, the Pentel Inner Gel, which is the one I've been using for years, and this one, which I've never used before. I think these are going to be my most, like, my go-tos. And then, of course, we have, you know, my Papermate Flare, which I love Papermate Flares. I just like, because, again, it's that boldness, right? Like, that's really what I'm drawn to, but my problem is they smear, and when I write, I end up smearing that all the time. And it gets annoying sometimes. So I just wanted a nice pen, like a black pen that gave me a little bit more. And based on of all of these, which we did quite a bit, you guys. We did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We looked at 14 different pens. 14 different pens. And I really think the Bick Gelocity out of all those ones gave me the best performance. So I'm going to stick with that one for a little while. I'm not saying it's a perfect pen. It's definitely not perfect. But compared to the rest of all the 13 other pens that we looked at, I think it's a lot better, at least to me, than those ones. I feel like the writing is pretty smooth. Like it's a little scratchy. It's definitely not like where's that one Bick? It's not like the Bick Crystal Smooth when I write, but I do think I really like how this one writes. If anything, I might switch between this one. So this one's the Gelocity. Gosh, that was horrible. And then I might switch between my Inner Gel. Tried and true, man. My Inner Gel is the one. That one, and then what other one was it? The G2, actually. The G2, like, that's good. Like, I think it's also me. I might not be holding these pens like the best way to get good color payoff. Like, that is actually, I mean, again, this one's it's thicker than both of these. But like these might be like my 3. So if I had to pick, I would say Gelocity first, then my Inner Gel because I still love that pen, and then the Pilot G2 I think would be like my top 3 go-tos. I do like the quirks of this pen, so I probably will use it just for the fact. And it's really pretty, so these would be good to have in pictures and stuff. So not a bad thing at all. But there we go, you guys. Thanks for going on this journey for me. Thanks for giving me suggestions of what pens to look at. Who knows? Maybe I just got some like bad batches in here or something. These bottom ones I think are what are kind of showing through. It's that Zebra Sensations, the Rytec, whatever these ones, yeah, some of the Rytecs are kind of showing through. These ones aren't going to show through at all because they didn't give me any color payoff. So if you really don't want anything shadowing through, these ones are your go-to because they don't give you any color payoff. So there we go, though. Thanks for going on this journey with me, guys. I appreciate it. Now I have a pen. I'll play with these 3 pens for a little while, and who knows, maybe my thoughts will change on them. But these are going to be my new black go-to pens, and we'll just kind of see how it goes over some time, and see, you know, what we like better and all that good stuff. But hopefully that helps you maybe find a new pen, and since I looked at 14 of them, now you won't have to. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!